Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. How's it going today? Running a little bit late today. I've been up a few hours already and running behind, if that's even possible. But I guess that's what happens on a holiday week. I hope everybody's having a great morning. Obviously, a pretty interesting day in the market yesterday. I just want to remind everybody, if you have not happened to become a member of our community yet, and especially if you haven't received our daily newsletter that we send out every day, and if you have not downloaded the ebook that we have out there that's called Smart Money Footprints, How to Track the Smart Money, there's a link just below the video for you to download that. It's very important that you get on our daily newsletter because there's a lot of deeper insights that we put in that are even further than what we do here. We usually send that email out every day at around 7 o'clock in the morning. So click the link below. It's a Smart Money Footprints book. And just to give everybody a little bit of a heads up, we're also on Friday morning, I'm going to be publishing a new video, a new training on, remember how every day we talk about the 3 pillars to success. I actually have a 30-minute video coming out. That's a new free training that I'm going to publish Friday morning, bright and early. So after everybody's all stuffed from Thanksgiving turkey and watching football all day, I'm going to have that video go out at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to walk you through the 3 stages in a lot more detail than what we talk about here on YouTube. So look for that to come out on Friday as well. Okay. Hey, John O'Connor, what's up, man? Always great to see you, man. Always great to see you. Rosalind, I have to mention Rosalind today. Rosalind just became a member of our boot camp, and she is off to a fiery start, where as soon as she came into the boot camp, she's asking questions. She's getting in there. She's getting into trade management. She's talking about position sizing and price action. Excellent job, Rosalind. I can't even say that's actually the biggest thing that I want to see when people come into the boot camp is I want to see them get in there right away. Ask me the tough questions. I talk about it every day with everybody in the boot camp that I personally want to help you to the letter. I want to help you as much as possible, but I need you to participate. That's the big thing. I need you to ask the tough questions. I will give you personal interaction every single day. I just need you to ask questions. And last night's coaching call, which we have every Monday night, last night's coaching call was another hour and 45 minutes. It was awesome. The first question alone was 30 minutes. That's how deep we get into the answers and everything like that. All right. Okay, so we're actually going to get into, as promised, we're actually going to start out with Zoom from last night. So we're going to talk about how Zoom beat estimates even as revenue growth is poised to slow after the pandemic. So remember what we talk about every day when we start to look at earnings and anybody's earnings. But look, Zoom is going to have a hard time beating the pandemic numbers. So I think the market is now readjusting to what they did. So the revenue growth, remember, every single time we talk about earnings, and we're going to continue to do that going forward, earnings are all about the growth expectations. So the revenue growth expectations, the earnings per share growth expectations. So what was expected and what actually came out. So if you're reading the earnings reports when they come out, you're like, oh my gosh, they beat the revenue by $500 million from last quarter. That's not what you need to pay attention to. You need to pay attention to what growth percentage does that 500 million shares mean compared to what was expected. So if we take a little bit of a deeper look into Zoom and how it handled it yesterday, the growth is poised to slow. That's the thing that we're focused on right now. So remember, we're buying today tomorrow's cash flows. So if the growth going forward is supposed to grow or expected to slow down in this case, then we're buying lower we're buying lower cash flows compared to where the stock price is now. So remember, I don't know if I have the book here. There's a couple of good books on reading expectations and discounted cash flow analysis. Though basically the way it is it tells you that today's stock price is now discounting the future cash flow. So what does that number give us? So the way that Zoom handled that number yesterday, we'll just pull up Zoom and then we'll get into the market. It did not like it. It's down 9.5%, down $23. Now, we've had a lot of other companies report exactly the same way and a lot of questions about whether or not they were good buying opportunities. I think Peloton, probably one of those. We also have PayPal taking a little bit of a hit right now, just to give you some context. So Peloton, okay, did not like earnings. Let me get that off of there. We actually had a whole session last night on Fibonacci retracement levels in our coaching call last night. So Peloton, PayPal's getting beat up a bit. We've also been looking at DraftKings. Let me just zoom that in there. I just want to give everybody full context. DraftKings and even Penn. So these stocks have had pretty solid bearish order flow. We get a lot of questions about, is now a good time to buy? Is this the right opportunity? It used to be, $80. Now it's $49, or, whatever that number is. Can I buy it because of how far it's pushed down? And the answer is, it's not a good idea. So actually, before I get into that, 'cause it's very important that I do this. We'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, so obviously with everything we talk about here is for educational purposes. It's up to you to make that final decision. So we're going to talk a little bit more granular, a little bit more specific about exactly how to interpret this. Now, a lot of what we do, we've been working the charts, and you can see here how on Zoom we've been working the charts, working the change of trend and that kind of stuff. I want to tell you probably the biggest growth spurt that we have for members that come into our community, and that's probably whether it's here on social media or whether you actually invest in yourself, you go behind the curtain and you're with us on the boot camp. And actually, let me this is Roz, this is our that's a testimonial for last night's coaching call. Thank you. So one of the biggest things that we get out of the new members, especially coming into the community, is there's a very big tendency to compare where a stock was, where it is now, and just say that now it's cheap. The stock market is one of those places where, unless you're value investing and you really understand how to break down those numbers, and it's an investment at some point in the future, not necessarily a swing trade, which I think probably 95% of the people that are joining us here and in this community are most likely swing traders or day traders, which is actually something else I want to bring up in a second. I just can't emphasize enough that there are so many easy trades to make without trying to get in front of smart money selling. A lot of what we talk about, a lot of what we do, and if we zoom back out here to the market and we take a look at the, let's say we take a look at a 6 or 7 week period in the market, and, we're talking about here, right? We're talking about this period here where we had a bullish U-turn, right? Bullish U-turn where it traded down, came back up, went 1, 2, 3, 4 solid weeks of smart money buying. Now, again, what we do every single day, which was a big part of our coaching call last night, was we just wanted to be obvious. We talk about looking at the market, and then we go up one level in the pyramid, the power pyramid, where we then get into the sectors. And obviously we talk about the sectors every day. And if I can break that down for you just a little bit more, because that's a big part of understanding what to look at. I just want to make sure we have the entire list here for you. And this one here, we're going to talk about both of these today. And I guess what I want to do here is I kind of want to wake up those traders who are considering looking at Zoom today and considering that it might be a good idea. And here's, again, every day, I don't know if Catherine Goodson's on the call with us here today, but every day I want you to have something to write down. Everybody should have like their trading journal, and there's stuff that matters. There's like little things that make a difference in whether or not you see your account start to go like this with reliability. So you can see here the 5 week move in the SPY ETF. And then we could zoom on over and take a look at NASDAQ stocks. And you can see, actually, we were doing Fibonacci levels yesterday. NASDAQ stocks, let me actually get this off of, if you don't know how to use Fibonacci levels, we did a really deep dive on that last night. But again, the Qs, NASDAQ stocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 weeks had solid bullish order flow. Where the point that I'm making is smart money demand is what we're looking to track. Smart money demand is what we're looking to piggyback. So we're looking for where money is already flowing in an opportunity for us to buy it. It's just the simplest, smartest, easiest way. So when we start to break down this at the end of every day, and we have conversations about this in our daily game plan meeting, obviously in the bootcamp side, we are literally saying, where is the smartest money right now? So Anthony, actually, I think Anthony's on the call with us today. He actually asked last night in a very pointedly, is should we just look at sector rotation and make those stocks the best ideas? And the answer is no. Sector rotation is the most obvious place for us to go and find the best ideas, because one of the biggest challenges that we hear is the market's overwhelming. There's just so many things to do. And what we do is simplify what you're looking for to first find the best ideas. Because remember, if you're struggling, if you, again, raise your hand, if you feel like you take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, one, you just keep going like this and you don't get anywhere, it's most likely because you're mixing in trades like Zoom today. So I just want to compare this because I really need to bring this point home. So you see how obvious the buying was here. You see how obvious the buying was here, right? Then you go into this and you're like, well, where is the buying? What are you joining? Where are you piggybacking somebody who has enough money to make that stock move up and down? I can't stress this enough. I just can't. If you want to see an immediate lift in your consistency, even if you just want to stop losing money, you want to stop losing money quicker, you need to make a commitment. Go look in the mirror. You need to make a commitment and say the easy money is the smart money demand, and the easier trades are following the smart money. So we're looking at Zoom right now, and the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks have been selling pressure. Smart money supply, not smart money demand. We make easier trades easier. I didn't say they were always profitable. Anybody who tells you they're always profitable, they're full of crap. Let's just get that out on the table. I have losing trades. We manage the trades. We get out. We go. Actually, here's something else you want to write down. And we train everybody in our community to think this way. As soon as you get out of a trade that you loved, that didn't make money, the first thing you should be saying to yourself is, all right, where can I make that money back? Get that in your head immediately, because that's putting you in control of the outcome, instead of saying the algorithms are out to get me, the market makers are out to get me, the hedge funds are out to get me. Get that garbage out of your head. If you put on a trade that doesn't make money that you absolutely loved, say, all right, next trade, where am I going to make it back? That's how professional traders think. And that's a big part of what we do in the community. So in this case here, we're looking at Zoom. There's bearish supply right now in Zoom. So there's really not a great idea. So this is really the point that I wanted to try and get across. You start up here with your best of the best ideas. Now, I'm bringing this up because last night I got messages. This morning I got messages about what do we think about buying Zoom today. Can anybody look at this order flow right now and say that stock, while it's down 9.5% on earnings, is the best of the best ideas I have today? Can anybody say that? That's just ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous. And actually, I'm going to see if I can find it, because this is actually a really cool thing that if I could bring this in here for you, trust me, this is worth it. This visual alone is worth it. So right here, okay, right here. That's 10 perfect trades. So let me zoom that out for you a little bit, right? So if you do everything right over 10 trades and you have the right risk reward, you'll make money. 10 trades, one loses money, one makes money, one loses money. You work your way through that, right? So type yes. Type yes if you can visualize in your mind, I'm making 10 perfect trades. And I'm gonna hang on to this point until I get at least 3 people to type in there, yes, I make perfect trades like that. That's what my day looks like. I make 10 perfect trades over the week, over the month. It doesn't matter if you're day trading or swing trading. That's what I do. I make 10 perfect trades. And when I make those 10 perfect trades, maybe 5 or 6 make money, maybe 4 lose money. But if I have the right risk reward, I cut my losses and allow my winners to run, I should be profitable every single month, right? That's what everybody does, right? Everybody in their mind, that's what everybody does. So you want to see the reality of what we actually do? That's the reality, Okay, I'm going to zoom this out. That's the reality. So here's buying Zoom on the way down. Here's buying Peloton while it's getting crushed. Here's a good trade where something's breaking out to all-time highs and follows through. Here's another good trade, but it doesn't make money. Okay, now I'm going to buy DraftKings on the way down. Now I'm going to buy the energy stocks that are on the way down. Now I'm going to buy PayPal while it's on the way down. Oh, maybe I'll throw one good trade in there. This is why you always feel close, because you mix in a few perfect trades with all of these garbage trades that you should not be in the first place. And that is not one of the best ideas on the board today. So I want you to write this down. I want you to be conscious of this, because this will dramatically change everything you do. Before you hit that buy button, ask yourself, is this the best possible trade I can put on my trading account right now? Not is this a possible trade, not is this a miraculous trade that if it moves in my favor, am I following the people who push the market around? That's where the bigger, consistent, reliable, predictable profits come from. There's not even a question about that. So again, I'm going to release a new video on Friday where I'm going to talk about this in a lot more detail, so look for that. Also, click the link below the description. We have something called Smart Money Footprints. What I'm talking about here is identifying the Smart Money Footprints. It's a free PDF. Just click the link below and download it. This is where let me take that back. This is where smart people are not good traders, because you're overthinking it. You're hoping, you're looking for the miracle. You're looking for the Hail Mary pass where this stock that's getting crushed, hopefully all of a sudden starts to reverse. Well, there's been plenty of, and this is the weekly chart. This isn't even a daily chart. It could actually even look worse than that, but there's 5 weeks of selling. Now, could this stock potentially reverse to the upside today? Could it, after being down $22 today? Is that possible? Yes, it's possible. But let's not talk about that. We are not looking for what's possible. We are looking for what's probable. Remember what it means to have an edge. An edge means that something is most likely going to happen more often than not, which is why we choose to accept risk, because there's a pretty darn good chance it's going to move in the direction of our initial profit target. Probable, not possible. Big, big difference. So when you are looking at what we're talking about here, these 10 perfect trades, and we just had a question in here about perfect trades or perfect buys. That's missing the point. I have to be honest with you. There's a big difference. If it's a perfect trade, you're looking at the buying opportunity near the optimal entry. So again, Chad, I'm glad you brought that up, because this is focusing on the minutia. This is focusing on the small part of the trade, when the most important part of the trade is the damn trade a good idea in the first place? Not is it the perfect entry. Finding the perfect bull, finding the perfect flag, that's not the point. It's not. And look, I'm getting all hyped. By the way, this is exactly what we do on our coaching calls. I get all fired up when we get interaction. It's the perfect idea that matters. The highest likelihood of following through. That's priority number one. That's why we spend so much time talking about order flow. Order flow is smart money demand. Then you go to the secondary pieces of the trade, which is what is the optimal entry? What is the right share size? Where is the perfect entry price, right? That's the second part. We're not even talking about the entries here. I want to make that super clear. We're not talking about an entry in Zoom. We're not talking about an entry in any of the other pieces. We're talking about, is the odds of moving in my direction great? Are the probabilities of it hitting my profit target versus my stop loss high? That's what we're talking about. Stop yourself before you place any trade from this moment forward. Ask yourself first, is it one of these trades? Is it one of these trades where the probabilities are dramatically on your side? Or is it one of these trades? One of these little X trades that you know you shouldn't take. You know it's a bad idea. You know it's not the greatest trade in the world, but you do it anyway. Ask yourself where you're putting your money in harm's way. And I'm going to really drill this point home because Zoom is obviously a topic. I've got me fired up last night. I got so many people asking me, is Zoom a good buy today? It's not. It's one of these bad trades that are not at the top of the list. You have to ask yourself, is this the best idea? Is this my best chance of making money now? Could Zoom reverse today? Sure, it's possible, but is that at the top of your list where if you were managing money and then you had to go and explain this to somebody and say, I'm buying Zoom today just because I think I hope it might turn around today, while the smart money is dumping this thing for the last 5 weeks? You'd have a hard time keeping your job as a money manager. So if you can't explain that to someone else, but you're doing it to yourself, oh my, get better friends. If that's how you're managing your own money, you need a better money manager. There's no other way to put it. Why am I spending so much time on this? Because I want to shake you out of the tree and get you to realize that you are probably so much closer to being profitable than you could ever possibly have imagined. But you need to learn how to read the order flow first, then learn how to read the tape and stay away from these trades and let this basic math give you money. This is where it comes from. We're not talking about the perfect entry. We are talking about a high probability of moving in your favor. Just do me a favor. Type yes if you understand what I'm trying to get across here, because this is critically important to understanding why you always feel close, but you can't get profitable. I'm telling you, I'd like for you to snapshot this. I'm going to pull it up on the screen, because anytime you think that I don't understand, I know exactly what I'm looking at, I know everything about trading, why can't I get profitable? Because you're going to see trade number 1, good trade. Trade number 2, good trade. Then black trade, and you made money, you come back and now you're flat. 8 trades later, you're not making any money. And the whole week, the first week of the month went by. And you're like, I don't understand. I follow my rules. And you know what? You didn't follow your rules. You took 1, 2, 3, 4 trades that shouldn't have been in there in the first place. So you know what this ends up doing? This ends up meaning that after 10 trades, instead of being profitable, you now have 14 trades of maybe break even, maybe slight loss, maybe slight profit. But you're not even allowing your edge to do the work because you're throwing trades in there that have nothing to do with your edge. You're throwing trades in there that have very low probability of following through. Think about this. If I gave you a computer program right now, if I gave you an algorithm that did nothing but follow the good ideas, which, by the way, is what we do in the boot camp. Anytime somebody in the boot camp calls out an idea that's one of these other trades, we're like, what are you doing? Or we'll say, if you take that trade, you're on your own. But the right way to do it is significantly reduce your position size. But here's what I want to tell you. If you can visualize right now, and probably everybody on this call can feel this way, you always feel like you're super close. You feel like you're super close. You know everything. I know everything. I've read every book. We got all the books. I know everything, but I still can't get profitable. I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts you're not first of all, assuming you have an edge. The second part is you're probably not following it. And if you believe you're taking all good trades, then the next thing you need to learn is flawless discipline on trades that don't work out. And then number 2, learn how to use what we call a profit maximizer, where you're holding your positions as long as they keep moving in your favor. But then as soon as something changes, you know to exit that trade, but you're giving it the chance to make the most money, which is where that risk reward comes into play. So I want to shake everybody up, because I don't know about you, but I'm doing this for myself right now. I'm making plans for how big I'm going to be in 2022, how big I want my trading to be, how flawless I want my trading to be. We only have 5 or 6 weeks left in the year. Let's say 5 weeks, just to keep it simple. Start making plans right now for how awesome you're going to be in 2022. Start making discoveries right now of what you believe are your roadblocks. What are your challenges? What is holding you back? And how do you plan to overcome those obstacles between now and the end of the year? Maybe you join a boot camp with us for December. I don't know. We're going to obviously, I'd love to see you in the boot camp. I will do everything humanly possible. Remember, this is the free stuff. What you're watching right now is the free stuff. You're not even behind the curtain yet. Can you imagine what we do behind the curtain? This is the free stuff. If you want my help, let me know. Again, at the very least, get on our daily newsletter. Click on that link below and make sure you subscribe there. But I just can't get this across strongly enough. I don't know you. I know some people. I don't know you, but I will promise you this. If you're on this call with me at 7:30 in the morning, you have more burning desire to succeed than 95% of the people that are out there right now that are sleeping, lazy, not putting themselves in a position to win. So first, I'm going to congratulate you because there's a lot of people lazy and they're not here. They're not going out. They're not waking up early. They're not staying late. They're not going that extra mile, right? Napoleon Hill talks that extra mile, right? That's the first piece. The second piece is you have to start paying attention to what's working for you and what's not working for you. Don't worry about how much money you're making right now if you're struggling. First, focus on what you believe are what's holding you back. And that's what our coaching calls are for. I told you before, Rosalind told you what the coaching call was about last night. It was an hour and 45 minutes. Okay, we covered a ton of topics last night. It was an hour and 45 minutes. Those coaching calls are 100% devoted to me telling you, post into the forum what your biggest challenges, roadblocks, and goals are right now, and we will stay on that call as long as possible to get you past that roadblock. Once you understand the root cause of the problem, then you can eliminate the cause and then start getting to the other side of the equation where now you're doing more of what works. But burn this into your it's over here. Burn this into your memory, because this is what separates somebody who's awesome and seeing their account going like this than somebody who is doing this every day, because you're not actually admitting to yourself that you're not following your plan if you have a plan in the first place. So could Zoom reverse today? Possibly, but is it the best trade on the board today? No way. Absolutely no way. It's a possible trade. It's not the highest probable win. That's the biggest thing that I want you to focus on. It's not the biggest possible win for today. So what I want to do here actually as well, because I have to head out into our other call, we do have a list of the top stocks today. So I want you to take a picture of this. You can see that this list actually shrank quite a bit with the way that the market traded yesterday. Take a snapshot of that today. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hopefully you took a snapshot of it, or you can go back and watch the replay of the video. So what I want to get across to you today is some of the sector rotation. Probably one of the most exciting things that we did yesterday was during the day, starting the day out, the technology stocks were just absolutely on fire. Energy stocks were strong. And then like a lightning bolt hit the market yesterday. And the way that we teach everybody to set the charts up, in a heartbeat, we noticed rotation from 1 hour to the next. Money rotated quickly right out of technology stocks, where technology stocks were getting hammered. But I sat up in my seat and the whole community was like, oh my God, money's going now right into financial stocks. Basic material stocks are lighting up. Industrial stocks started to light up. That's what we started to notice yesterday. So today's focus, despite the fact that tech stocks rolled over and the major indexes rolled over, we're still going to have opportunities today, both in this list as well as some of the industries that I just mentioned, as well as sector-related plays. And we could actually see some of the Chinese electric vehicle stocks are positive today. So just a couple of things I'd like to make sure I discuss today because they're kind of important. Number one is I really want you to start getting our daily newsletter. Just click that link below and subscribe. You'll get the Smart Money Footprints PDF. That'll be sent out to you immediately. But more importantly, obviously, we have the holiday coming up this Thursday. If you happen to be here in the United States, obviously, it's so weird that I have to say that now, but it's absolutely awesome that we're talking to people from all over the world. I want to wish everybody in the United States who's celebrating Thanksgiving the most amazing time with your family and friends. Today will actually be the final live stream for this because I'm actually traveling to go see my family for the next few days. So I'm not going to be doing the live stream the rest of the week. But I want to remind you, I am releasing a new training video Friday morning. So look at that. And we will be having, and again, I can't stress this enough, we've never done this before, ever in 2 years, where we're going to have an opportunity to enroll in our 30-day bootcamp for December at a discount. I've never done that before. It's way, way, way too valuable, but it's the end of the year. We're coming out with just amazing results from our community. So in the spirit of Black Friday and everything along those lines, we will be running a Black Friday limited time offer that's only going to be Friday through Sunday. If you don't sign up during that window, we are very strict. We have the highest level of integrity. If you don't join during Friday through Sunday, you can't call us on Monday and ask for it. So I'm giving everybody plenty of heads up. So make sure that you click below and get on our mailing list. Make sure you're on the newsletter list because you'll see the updates as the week progresses. And more importantly, you will get the promo code to take advantage of the pretty big savings on the bootcamp. So it's still full 30 days. You get access to everything, but it's just a little bit of a limited time promotion. Which actually, you know what, John Doe, I just want to bring this up because we actually get a lot of questions from people that are working full time and whether or not the bootcamp is for them and whether or not the bootcamp is day trading. The answer is it's absolutely not only day trading. We do day trade, but I want to make this clear. 100% of the ideas that we scan for and look for order flow are swing trades first. So we're always looking for longer term plays first, then we decide if they're day trading opportunities. So I want to make that super, super clear. If you have a full-time job, all of the coaching is after hours. And if you can't attend the calls, you can always watch the replay. So for example, if you sign up, you'll obviously get the access to the coaching call archives. And the swing trade ideas are always posted before the market opens. So you can always take advantage of those as well. All right. So I just wanted to make sure I said, my warmest wishes to you and your family. I just can't express how much I appreciate that you're here with me at 7:30 in the morning. That says a lot about you. That says how much you really want to succeed. Be on the lookout on Friday, but you need to be a part of our community. So if you can, make sure you're on our daily newsletter. Click the link below the description. Get on the newsletter, and then look for a new video that I'm going to put out on Friday that explains the 3 pillars of what we do, which is stacking the order flow, tape reading, and how to trade the right position size. So you have risk reversal on your ideas. Okay. Have an awesome day, everybody. I will speak to you soon. Actually, I will probably speak to you on Saturday since I'm going to be traveling the next few days. Have a nice day, everybody. I'll speak to you soon. I really appreciate it and have a nice holiday.